guys, it's Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video and for your support. Today I'm going to be filming a tips and tricks video. It's like a beauty tips and tricks video. So it's a bunch of different things that I've learned over time from doing YouTube and just from different places on the internet or on Instagram that I've seen. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. You guys might already know these tips and tricks, but I thought I'd just make a video about it. And if you guys know any other tips and tricks, please let me know below, because we all want to know more tips and tricks and how to make things easier in our everyday life. Remember that I upload every Tuesday and Thursday, so please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell just to see when I upload. All right, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first one, I've seen this on YouTube a couple times. It is to heat up your lash curler with a blow dryer. So you do that probably for about like 10-15 seconds, not a long time at all, and then you just take it. You have to be very careful with this one that you don't hurt yourself, so just please be very careful if you try it. But you just put it on your lashes, hold it down for a couple of seconds, and take it off. And it's supposed to be like a curling iron applied to your hair and give you that curl that you want. So I would definitely recommend doing that. It's not an everyday thing that, you know, everybody has time to do to heat up their eyelash curler. But I would say for special occasions, it's nice just to have more curl to your lashes, or if you have the time to do it, I would definitely try it. But again, just be careful doing that because this can get really hot. Just make sure before you do it also to just kind of touch it to the back of your hand to make sure it's not too hot, just in case you hit the top of your eyelid or something with it. So just be careful with that. But it's a great tip if you have straight lashes and want them to stay curled for a while. And make them nice and long. Tip number 2 is for people that have dark circles or trying to get extra coverage with their concealer. I've seen this tip a lot on YouTube, and what you do is you apply your concealer and then you let it sit. I would say, say you're doing something else on your face, like your eyebrows, or just let it sit for a little bit and then start tapping it in, and it's supposed to provide more coverage for you by just letting it sit there. Letting it sit gives it more coverage, so it's not as like liquidy, and when you pat it in, it looks a lot better. So I would definitely recommend trying that if you are looking to get more coverage and are struggling with getting the coverage you need with your concealer. So just let it sit, I would say, for about maybe a minute, and then just start blending it in. It should give you a little bit, not a ton more coverage, but it will give you a little bit more coverage if you're looking to get that. I mean, I would definitely do with a full medium to full coverage concealer. It's not going to really work with a light coverage concealer because that's not going to really provide any coverage at all. But I would try with a medium to full coverage concealer, and it will help it so you don't need as many layers of concealer as well. So tip number 3, I'm pretty sure everybody in the world knows about this, but I'm just going to include it in here just in case. Everybody hates when you get that stubborn mascara on your eyeshadow after you just did your eyeshadow. It's such a pain, and you can't wipe it off because it will literally go everywhere and mess up your eyeshadow. So you just let it dry. I would say for about like 10 minutes, let it dry. Take a Q-tip and it should just flake right off, which I'm sure everybody knows about that, but I thought I would just mention it in this video. So yeah, if you don't want to mess up your eyeshadow, I would say just let it sit for 10 minutes and then just take a Q-tip and it should flake right off. You can even use, if you don't have Q-tips, you can use anything like a cotton ball, a napkin, a tissue, and it should just come right off. Just lightly rub it so you don't mess up your eyeshadow, and then it should just come right off. Tip number 4, if you do use makeup wipes, to store them upside down, so with the opening upside down. So this lets all of the moisture go to the top, so when you take out the top one, it's wet, because a lot of the wetness in the wipes goes to the bottom, and then that's what gets them all dried out at the top when you're just leaving them like that. And the makeup wipe will be more wet than it would be without storing it upside down. So I saw this trick and I thought it was cool. So just a tip for everybody. They will last longer too, especially when you're getting, you know, to the bottom of them. If you store it that way, the moisture will go that way instead of going underneath them. Number 5 is to use dry shampoo to give yourself volume if you have hair that is lacking a lot of volume, instead of just like some people just see it as using it for when your hair is dirty, but you could even use it on first day hair to give it texture. If your hair has no texture, you can kind of like grab your hair and it makes it piecey and just spray it, or put it under your roots or in the back. I kind of did that today with it, but I did need dry shampoo because I think I'm on my 2nd day. Or actually, I washed it yesterday, so on my 1st day of not washing it. But I would say that's a great tip, just to use it for volumizing. It helps a lot, and it puts some texture in your hair to make it kind of gritty. I know that sounds like a bad word, but gritty for when you want curls in your hair. You want it to look piecey. Number 6 is to use tape or a straight edge of some sort. I know now they make like specific tapes, like Elf has them, but I'm not sure who else has them, but Elf has the Elf eye tape. So you literally put it with where you want your either eyeshadow or liquid eyeliner. It just makes everything look put together, and you don't have to spend time cleaning it up with concealer on the edges of it. So I would definitely recommend that if you're having trouble making your eyeshadow look nice and clean on the edges of it. You just take a little tiny piece of tape and stick it on the edges of each of your eye, do your eyeshadow, and then you remove it and it looks nice and clean. So I would definitely recommend doing that if you are having trouble with making it look neat and not like all over the place. Tip number 7 is to place loose powder under your eye and just let it sit there. Don't wipe it away. Just put a lot of loose powder under your eye. And this is after you do your makeup. If you've already done your face makeup and you're doing your eyeshadow and it's a very intense eyeshadow look especially, if your eyeshadow has a lot of fallout, you can just wipe it away by just dabbing loose powder, and you put quite a bit of it and just leave it there. And then once you're done with your eyeshadow look, you just take a fluffy brush, wipe it away, and all the fallout will go away. And it's good because it will bake your under eye as well and keep everything in place. Tip number 8 is to use a dryer sheet, and you take your brush and you just stick the dryer sheet right through the bristles on your brush. And what it does is it tames your flyaways if you have a lot of them. And another thing that it does too is when you pull the dryer sheet off, it will take all of the hair off. So it keeps your brush clean and it keeps your flyaways away. So it actually does multiple things, and that's amazing. So I would definitely recommend that, and your hair will smell good from the dryer sheet as well. So if you have some dryer sheets or some extra ones, or you're looking to tame your flyaways and you don't want to ruin your brush, I definitely recommend that trick. That's a really good trick to use to clean your brush and keep it clean, because I know my brushes have gotten so dirty, so it's definitely a good trick for that. Tip number 9 is to, when you're waiting for your nails to dry, I don't have mine painted now, but when you're waiting for them to dry, I would say when they're kind of tacky, run them under cold water, and that will speed up the process of them drying, and they will set. That's what it does, it sets. Or you can soak them for a couple minutes in cold water, and that should help them set so they won't be as tacky, and it helps the process go a little bit faster. So if you have a problem with your nails taking a while to dry and you have things to do, I would just say either sit them in a bowl of water for like 10 minutes or run them under cold water. But it has to be really cold water, and that will take the tackiness away and set your nails in place so they don't get ruined. Tip number 10 is if you are rushing and you want to look more put together, you can actually take your bronzer, which I'm sure a lot of people do this as well, but like I said, I thought I'd just mention it. I thought these were nice like tips and tricks that can make everything go faster if you didn't know about this for your makeup. So what I do is, I actually did it today. I took my bronzer and I used it as an eyeshadow. So I actually have a duo that comes with a lighter shade that I used all over the lid, and you can actually use that under your eyes too to set your under eyes. But I use the bronzer and I put it in my crease for eyeshadow so that it looks more put together. If you're rushing, you can just take a crease brush, throw it in your crease, and you look more put together, and you're all set to go. So I would definitely recommend that if you're in a rush and you want to look like you actually tried with your makeup but you didn't take a long time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and seeing my tips and tricks that I've learned over time that are beauty related. If you guys know of any other ones, please let me know down below, because I would love to know more tips and tricks to the beauty world and to make it my everyday life easier, just like we all would. If you'd like to see another video like this, just let me know, because I definitely have other ones. This is just 10 that I put together for now that I could think of off the top of my head. So I'm sure there's other ones that I can think of. So if you want to see another video, just let me know down below and I will put together another one. Remember, I upload every Tuesday and Thursday, so please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and hit that notification bell just to see when I upload. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.